Cow said a man saw Mayuka's fat belly button. This is what happened to his eyes. SS presented to the emergency room unconscious and convulsing. He had no past medical illnesses and drug and toxicology tests all came back negative except for one. An MRI and PET scan revealed massive lesions growing in his brain. Near the optical lobes of his brain massive plaques of beta-adrenaline and gamma secretase had begun forming. Doctors suspect that this likely a lot to do with his sporadic and erratic movements. Before long his fingers started interlocking and vibrating at inhumane speeds. He was quickly transferred to the intensive care unit where we are now. When the doctors asked his parents how long this had been going on for, his parents said this just happened suddenly, which gives them some clues. You see, beta-adrenaline dose and T just start forming in healthy young adults. The only way to form beta-2 is by waiting. Which is why most cases of dementia only happen to the elderly. Dementia is the process in which one loses their memory through a physical alteration of one's connected axons. The only chemical that can pass through the blood-brain barrier and can do this type of damage is beta-2. But in SS's case this couldn't be further from the truth. He was just 21, so there had to be another source of beta-2, say a drug. There is many commercial drugs that can break down to beta-adrenaline in the body, but only one that can both break down to gamma secretase and beta-2. That drug being of course presenilin myukanto delta. Now that doctors knew what SS's had been taking, they need to somehow extract the drug from him. Blood test showed he had hyperglycemia. Hyper meaning high GLY referring to glucose, and emia meaning presences in blood, high glucose present in blood. This told doctors one of two things. Either his liver had begun breaking down or something was seriously wrong in his abdominal areas. Cow said doctors quickly performed another scan on SS, this time revealing horrible insights. A PET scan revealed little to no blood flow to his intestines, stomach, and liver, telling doctors that his blood was beginning to clot. There was no time to waste. They had to administer anticoagulants immediately, otherwise SS could suffer a heart attack or a stroke, potentially being lethal. As doctors administer the anticoagulant into his arm, another horrifying bell was alarmed. Another blood test came back. This time the blood plasma was completely diluted with cerebral spinal fluid, meaning his brain was now at risk of being indented, leaving a mark on his cerebral cortex. Could change everything. It might change his personality, his health, his speech. And the worst part? Diluting his blood contents must mean the other fluid must go somewhere. Fluid from his blood was leaking into the surrounding tissues. He quickly lost blood pressure. There was not enough oxygen getting to any parts of his body, and hypoxemia set in. Hypo meaning low, ox referring to oxygen, and emia meaning presences in blood. Low oxygen present in blood. His organs, now starved of oxygen, quickly dies off. All after 5 minutes of CPR, SS passed away. After the incident, doctors harvested SS's brain lesions. A biopsy confirmed doctors' worst nightmares. It wasn't just beta-adrenaline and gamma secretase but also delta amino acids and epsilose, a clear indication that the Mayuka virus had to do with it. However, after searching through his home, no sources were found. And we can only hope that this will never happen to anyone else ever again. Cow said Roblox Mayuka cheese fart contains high levels of C6H12O6, which is a highly alkaline contaminant that can cause serious skin irritation to the anal cavity. In addition to C6H12O6, there is also high levels of dihydrogen monoxide, which is a form of highly dangerous carcinogenic chemical known to cause certain cancers including lymphoma of the colon and connective tissues in the abdominal area. Also contains trace amounts of dihydroxyethyl dihydroxyfuran, which is an extremely corrosive halogenic toxin which was linked to many cases of acute rapid accumulation of beta-adrenaline in the meninges. In the meninges, beta-adrenaline binds to the nerve endings, blocking the nerve cell's ability to continue metabolizing, leading to rapid cell degeneration, which subsequently causes severe inflammation of the meninges, meningitis. Beta-adrenaline is also known to interact with aspartic acid to form gamma secretase in the body. Gamma secretase is a chemical compound linked to the formation of vast plaques in the cerebral cortex and also the myelinated nerve cells in the brain. As gamma secretase binds to the nerve's endings, it starves the cell of oxygen, causing hypoxemia in the brain. This kills vast quantities of brain cells, likely to cause serious and permanent brain damage leading to dementia. Roblox Myuca cheese fart also contains extremely high amounts of deoxyribonucleic acid, which can do severe damage to the body. This chemical enters the body through respiration and enters the bloodstream, where it is distributed throughout the body. In the brain, it binds to axons in the brain stem and destroys the delicate connections, which can lead permanent and terminal sleep apnea. In the liver, it's broken down to probromine, which can severely imbalance the hormonal equilibrium the blood. In children, this can lead to acute spontaneous combustion of the thyroid glands. In the kidneys, deoxyribonucleic acid can clump up into massive kidney stones and cause major anaerobic cuts.